Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. I'm sorry, I had to. Hey guys, what's up? BC coming back at you guys with another Transformers video review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Prime Beast Hunter's Bulkhead. Now, I realize that I have previously said that I had no intentions on picking this figure up. Well, I had the money and I decided, you know what? I gave many other figures a chance, so why can't I give this one a chance? And I'm kind of happy I picked this up. Is it the first edition? No. Like, let's just get that out of the way right now. This is not first edition quality. However, this is a very, very nice figure. And one of the very few actual Transformers to give me an actual challenge. As I sit here and absentmindedly play with the wheel. Anyways, yeah. Like, in pictures, he really just, like, in pictures, he didn't look like he could pull off the Mad Max look all that much. And holding this in hand, he kind of does. This thing, however, is a bit of an epic fail. Because basically, that I'm actually putting a lot of force into that, and it will barely spin. So, like here, even without my finger blocking it, you see I'm really having to push on that. Like, you can just give us better weapons, please. Anyways, yeah. I guess I could bring him in a little closer so we can get a look at some of the detail. Visible hands. Yeah. Underbelly. Pretty much how he transforms, or so we think. He kind of, like, with this whole front section, he kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle. Which, if things go well with my intro, then yeah, that's pretty much the joke. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, then do your research. So yeah, with all this said, let's get him transformed into robot mode. I'm not gonna do any size comparisons this time. I'm just gonna, because the first time I recorded this review, it was the actual clip itself was about like 11 to 12 minutes long. You know, when I put it through the video editing process, the actual review itself uploaded to 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't approve of that. So, anyways, yeah, let's get cracking on transforming him. Transform him. We're gonna pop these doors up and kind of just leave him flying up there like that. Then we're gonna take his legs, bring them down, split them, and on these really tight joints, straighten out his knee and flip down his toe. That's a major issue for me, because these knees just, they don't need to be that tight. Could someone please let me know if the knees on their bulkhead were that tight or not? Because if it's just mine, then I can easily negate that problem and be able to say your mileage may vary, which either way I should be saying that. But if that, like this, I know for a fact is a bit of a problem with a lot of bulkheads. The really loose thigh joint, but we'll get into that in the robot mode. Speaking of robot mode, let's go to the top. Now up. Damn it. Stand up, dude. Come on. I had you standing like a minute there. So yeah, bringing it all the way up here. We are going to Pop this up. Kind of bring his arms out. And fold this whole piece down like that. And while you're doing that, this will be like that. Push it up. Slide this down. And flip this up to keep that from going any further. Peg that in. Kind of enclose this onto the back. Fold this around. And rotate so that his arms are straight. Now the top, we're going to fold back. And I'll very loosely peg in there. And then these will slide out. And then fold it down onto his chest. Or onto his shoulders. Or at least the top of his head. You know what? It'll fold down on top of him. There. Enough said. Anyways, there we go. Beast Hunter's Bulkhead robot mode. And it actually looks kind of cool. Though if there's anything about this that drives me batty, it would have to be his head. Because, I mean, yeah. There's a chin right there. There is a chin right there. But the fact that this is all translucent plastic up here and it's all one solid color, it looks like a smiley face, or like a really, really creepy smiley face. And just, why, Hasbro? Why? I would have been more than willing to take a Viking-styled head for this, but I guess that would be a little too hard to get to fit in there. But oh well. Dragon grinder. This can fit into his hand like so. Yeah, there's Bulkhead. How is he looking in the realm of articulation? He's got a ball joint in the neck, but it's not very emotive. He's got a ball joint in his shoulder. All of this can pose. Like all that back junk can pose. Ball joint shoulder. Bicep swivel. He has that dumbbell movement, which really kind of sucks, but oh well. At least he has some elbow joints. And in my opinion, a elbow joint is better than no elbow joint. Because that's something that drives me nuts with anything. If they don't have an elbow joint, it will drive me insane. Now, anyways, he's got nothing at the waist, a ball joint within the hip, those really, really loose thigh swivels. Really, really loose. I hate the fact that these are so loose. Why they had to do that, I have no idea. And then the really super tight knee joint, which just, why? Again, this might just, with the knees, it might just be a case with my figure. Your mileage may vary. But with the hips, I've seen reviews where people have had the same problem with me, so that might be on all Bulkheads. But again, for safety, I'm gonna say your mileage may vary. And the toes are on ball joints, so which these ball jointed toes, I appreciate them, but they're pointless because what he's standing on isn't the toes. He's barely standing on the toes. He's standing on these. See, there you go. There's the. See? Yeah. So yeah, I completely screwed up that one shot. So yeah, would I recommend Beast Hunter's Bulkhead? Get it if you want it. I picked it up on a whim, and I'm kind of glad I did. But not a lot of people are a fan of the Beast Hunter's look. Me personally, I think he pulls this off pretty well, but again, that's just me. Your opinion will be whether this is worth it or it's not worth it. I mean, I can't just sit here and tell you this is the greatest figure of all. Like, I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass and say this is the greatest Bulkhead ever. It's even better than the first edition, because basically you'd be able to tell I was blowing smoke up your ass. If you are planning on getting only one Bulkhead, the first edition is the one to get. But if you don't have the first edition and you do not want to settle for the Prid, get this, because this is actually a lot better in person. So with all this said, this is BC signing out from the video review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Bulkhead. And this is BC saying stay nerdy and get your geek on. I will catch you guys next time.